Here we go. It's going through. Good evening, everybody. How is everybody? I want to welcome you to Power Hour with my co-host Renee Rand. Our other co-host is flying back from Hawaii. Thank you for doing that. And our technical guy, Gene, it's so always so great to have you on here helping us through our Power Hour. We're brought to you by New You Life and balance your hormones, balance your life, okay? Um, and Somaderm, which is our homeopathic hormone optimization transdermal gel. And we will talk about a little bit more what that is. So we have an exciting power hour this afternoon. And Renee, I think you're calling in from Arizona today, right?
I am. I'm calling in from the road between Phoenix and Las Vegas on my way back home.
Oh, that's awesome. Have a very safe trip. We'll jump right in. And we're going to talk about our topic today is menopause and feel like yourself again. Okay, so what is that? So many women they feel a sense of relief and they regain a sense of self after the initial period of perimenopause when the symptoms subside. But while the body won't return to its premenopause state, postmenopause can bring some relief from symptoms like hot flashes and sweating and mood swings. There's strategies like self-care, managing your stress, seeking support can also help navigate the transition, and we can regain a sense of well-being. So menopause, again, it's all about well-being, getting through this. If you're a woman, you're not getting past it. Every woman is going to go through this. So, Renee, if you'd like to jump in and speak in on that about feeling like yourself again in menopause.
Well, it's very strange because they say like you're going to feel like yourself again, but we have to remember that a lot of the symptoms that we do have during menopause, we maintain for the rest of our lives. And, of course, we can help it and we can help balance our hormones and use our Somaderm and balance our life that way, and diet and exercise and a lot of other choices, but all the symptoms do not go away. So many women suffer with brain fog and, so many other lingering symptoms that create future problems. I don't have hot flashes anymore, but I still get extra warm where I'm kicking off the covers and getting rid of, all the extras and keeping the fan on me all night long. So not everything goes away. We have to come to the realization that we have to come up with the solutions for how we're going to handle this for the rest of our lives. And, at least by taking care of ourselves and choosing to take care of, what we put in our bodies and what we use and how we supplement and exercise and keeping our mental health in a good place, those are all things that we can help. But I know you have some products that we want to talk about today and some solutions that
Uh,
can really make a difference on making a difference for every day.
Absolutely. I am a firm believer in one of these products that I take every day faithfully. I take it every 12 hours. And this product has helped with my immune system. And the product is called Fortress. Okay. So Fortress, it is an amazing product. It was created to provide key ingredients to support your body's protective functions when you need it the most. So it's high quality and effective ingredients deliver what you need. And it's also when you need it. These independently studied, uniquely sourced key ingredients, they aim to support our body's immune mechanisms and support overall vitality. I wake up in the morning, I take this immediately with my vitamin C, and then I'll take it again 12 hours later when I'm heading off to bed, in addition to Somaderm, which is our transdermal gel. It's homeopathic, it's microdosing two pumps on the inside of your arm. You massage it on the arm, and it's absorbed into the skin, and it's microdosing. However, these products they work together and they help your body with your
Right.
hormone, balancing your hormones. So you want to balance your hormones, you balance your life. It puts your body in homeostasis. So the overview of Fortress. So in our fast-paced world, and it's an ever-changing world, we have increased exposure to environmental stressors. Um, it's helping maintain immune functions and mechanisms that been they're so important. It's also been um, difficult with these environmental stressors and exposing our bodies to all these crazy things, the toxins, the air pollution, what's in our water, what we eat. So, most people are exposed to pollution and stress, and they struggle to get proper nutrients to maintain a healthy diet. So many people are feeling vulnerable to these and other frequent stressors. So our bodies require balanced support, especially during times, where we feel most vulnerable. This was one of our newest products that have come out, and it was formulated and with amazing, great ingredients. So Fortress contains the latest in probiotics, botanicals, vitamins, and it helps to maintain a healthy immune system, all while maintaining optimal vitality and maximizing your antioxidant efficacy. So it helps you achieve a whole body health. And, with Fortress, we're confident that we can feel really empowered to accomplish everyday tasks. So the concept was, you know, the our bodies have many natural processes to protect themselves from the environmental stressors. Res any responses to inflammatory balance, antioxidant protection. So that's just to name a few. It's important to support the function of individual processes as well and mechanisms in order to maintain an overall health and vitality. So some of the primary benefits, and I know Renee, you can relate to these, support healthy immune system, aids with optimal wellness. You can maximize your antioxidants, also fast acting and effective. Some of the other things when you want to feel like yourself again. You know what, Renee, if you want to speak into, relief from perimenopause or, just regaining a sense of self, the physical and emotional changes. What are some of them that we can also look forward to? Renee, do you hear me? Hello?
I think she's frozen.
Not
Oh,
only are some of those side effects to the symptoms going to change, but they're going to also put us in a better place afterwards as our body catches up to whatever we're doing to fix things.
right.
So when you're eating healthier, you're feeling better. If you're losing weight because you're paying attention to what's going on in your body, whatever it takes to make you feel a lot better, then you're kind of ahead of the game. You're actually making some kind of uh, road ahead that's looking a lot brighter than where you were in the middle of menopause.
Mhm.
And by taking any of those steps and keeping your brain in the right place, and of course, we have other products to help with the brain fog and all the other things that happen to us at the same time. But it's so important to keep your head in the right place. Probably one of the things that I find is making things worse for a lot of our customers and our co-distributors is what they're listening to on TV and on the news and on their computer.
Yeah.
If you keep putting garbage in, it's garbage out. So we need to be fulfilling ourselves with positive, great information, happy thoughts. I always tell people when they're feeling a little off or feeling sad, go laugh with a friend or watch a funny movie or do something to change it, Go exercise for 30 minutes, go for a walk, do some, listen to your favorite music. All those things are mood changing and enhancing to put us back on the right track. And so, whatever we can do to move forward in the right direction, I think is a huge benefit. And I think we can help each other out. If I see somebody struggling, I'm going to say something, or I'm going to attempt to be able to change their environment. Let's go to a movie. Let's go do something fun. Let's go for a swim. Let's go to the gym. Whatever it takes to make it different, because you can't do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. If you want different results, you have to do something different. So rise to the challenge, pick something different, change the diet, change your motions, change the people around you if you need to. I always tell people, pick better friends.
Yeah.
Not too much with family, but you can certainly do a better job picking your friends. I feel very blessed and very lucky, the friends I have.
Keep them happy, positive people around you. I mean, I've always taken that advice from you from back in the
Absolutely.
day, 30 years ago. Oh my gosh. So I mean, and let's speak into our somaderm. So
Yeah.
somaderm, go ahead, Renee, you could take it away. I know you'd love to talk about this.
I do love to talk about it. When you microdose the somaderm and we put it on the inside of our arms, I know a lot of my patients, if they want faster results, they'll put it in the thin skin around the groin area or under their arms, different locations. But you want that thin skin because it transdermally pushes it through the skin into the bloodstream. And then you notice results a lot faster that way. And by faster, it's different for everybody. Some people will notice things right away. I know your REM sleep changed right away. There were a lot of things that, you got right away. With me, it wasn't getting up 10 times to go to the bathroom all night long was my right away thing. But the
Yeah.
majority of the things that I've seen the changes, I've been on the product for a year now. And over the period of a year, a lot of things have changed. And of course, we have 40 plus benefits that you're going to notice over a long period of time. But I really believe, and I know this for a fact, working in naturopathic medicine, that, depending on what you're taking with synthetic drugs and other things that you're using, that blocks the receptors to the endocannabinoid system. So if those receptors are blocked and not open, then it takes a little longer for your pituitary gland to start producing your own natural hormones again. So because of that microdose, it stimulates it to start producing our own. But depending on how much synthetic medicine we're on, it may take longer for some people than others. So stick with it. That's the best thing I can tell people is you stick with your plan and don't give up, and you will see the results as things get better and better, and it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, you know what? I know a lot of people ask me, I'm like, do you know anything about HGH? They'll ask me about it. I'm like, well, what is HGH? A human growth hormone? Oh, yeah, I know a little bit about it, So, what is human growth hormone? And it is the key hormone in your endocrine system. And it is produced by the pituitary gland, like you said. And it's the hormone that helps promote your growth during childhood. So it reaches its peak around the age of 20, 25, and it begins to plummet around at 25. So at this point, the typical aging process begins where you might start to notice, signs of aging, gray hair, getting a little bit thicker around the middle. We're tired. So the hormone slowly declines for the rest of your life unless you provide proper support for the important part of your endocrine system. So another great product that's in this has been made, it's developed with somatropin. And somatropin, it's a protein that's manufactured to be biologically identical to the natural occurring human growth hormone produced in the pituitary gland. And oftentimes this is referred to as the bioidentical HGH. And again, we say it's a homeopathic hormone optimization transdermal gel. I know I've been on it a year as of April 9th. and thanks to you. And I'm glad I was got on it. I was very, very skeptical, but I tell you what, first thing, and I tell you what, I sleep like a baby. My husband said to me the other night, "Did you hear that loud thunderstorm?" And I said, "I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear nothing." And it was like a wild ride. I woke up nice, bright and energized that morning. So that was amazing. John, I see. Welcome. I see your hand up. So come on in and join us.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about this is mainly for women. And I want to, it happens with both men and women, but this is predominantly with women. I want to bring up our second of our third main ingredient, which is thyroidinium. Is that okay, ladies?
Perfect. Go ahead.
Absolutely.
And, and gentlemen, Mr. Gene Beard there, I see you. Um, so thyroidinium has been known for roughly 120 years. It repairs your thyroid. Now, it's not the repair all everything about it. I always recommend some nascent atomic iodine, which is incredible for it. And that's one of the many things that your thyroid does, other than producing 5 or 6 hormones, is to distribute iodine throughout the body to detoxify all 37.5 trillion cells, right? And so it's essential because we don't produce it. So thyroidinium, we have that in the Somaderm gel. And what that is going to, the stat that I wanted to bring up about women, if anybody wants to write this down or listen to the replay, I'll do it a little bit slow. But all women that are on pharmaceutical drugs that are over 40 years old, half of those drugs are for thyroid issues alone, whether that's hypothyroidism, hyper, or Hashimoto's. So half of all women over 40 that are on pharmaceutical drugs, it's for thyroid issues. And you can't say that some of them has cured anything, but I'll tell you, 4 years ago, my second distributor that I signed on had really bad hypothyroidism. So bad, she said, I have nodules on it. She said, grab my neck and you can feel it. And I was like, oh my gosh. I gave her the Somaderm gel, gave her a bottle of iodine. And within 2 weeks, 2 weeks, she said, I got my life back. Her husband, Troy, said, I got my wife back. So if
Yeah.
you can imagine what that bullet point means, it's all across the board, ladies and gentlemen. We have something that has so many testimonies and results. And then it's so cool that if these ladies tell you and you want to join in with these ladies, it is so cool to feed the ego, to be that person that introduces it to those people and change that, not just that individual person's life, but everyone around them and for generations to come. So remember the thyroidinium, and Veronica talked about the somatropin. People spend up to, and a lot of Hollywood people, they spend up to $7,000 a month for 2 injections a day of the same stuff that you can get in our Somaderm gel that's perfectly legal in all professional sports and the Olympics. The only product of its kind that's legal. Why? Because it doesn't stress out the adrenals, because we have the third ingredient with the adrenals that helps balance out the growth hormone production and the adrenal production. And just lastly, because of those two glands, the adrenals are on top of your kidneys. Both of those, that and your pituitary, are supposed to be the size of a kidney bean. At our age, over 40, they're the size literal of a pinhead.
Yeah.
And so, how are you supposed to get any production out of
Right.
something like that? So there you go. And then what that's going to do is going to stimulate with that microdosing and stimulate and stimulate. You start working out those quote unquote muscles again. They can get back to where they were, and you start feeling like we do now, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, thank you for sharing that, John. I really appreciate that.
You're
And
welcome.
it, I would be spelling that phonetically. So I don't have the correct spelling of that, but I can remember it. I want to give a shout out to Linda Bigelow and Shirley Wood, who have joined us here on Power Hour. One of the things I wanted to bring up is people always ask, where do I apply Somaderm? So I actually changed it up a little. So, because hormones are stored in the fatty tissue layer, Somaderm gel should always be applied to the thin areas of the skin. Wherever veins are visible, this will ensure that Somaderm, the gel, it'll be transported directly to the bloodstream. So you may also apply it to your underarms, your forearms, your wrists, behind the knees. applied to locations that should be, you can rotate them. So I actually rotated mine, and I've actually been putting it in the thin areas below my waist.
It's called the groin. It's called the groin, Veronica. It's
Right.
okay.
Now, I was thinking one of the guys popped into my head when he was talking about where he puts it, but you are going to get 35% more absorption there as well, which is also great. So, again, we talked about Fortress and Somaderm today. And Renee, I'd like to bring you in on if you could just tell us about Gel and Tell and
Oh,
Gel
absolutely.
Freedom.
All right. Gel and Tell is actually in an hour and 40 minutes, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time. And that's another Zoom call where you can come on. And tonight you're going to hear some great, amazing testimonies. We have Maurice is one of the testimonies tonight, and Alma, and they're both great testimonials. So if you have anybody that wants to find out about this amazing product and about what we do, it's a great call to get on. They also have an opportunity, if they decide to become a customer or a distributor tonight, they can win an additional free bottle of Somaderm. So it's a great opportunity and a great value at the same time. But it's Gel, Gel, the initial N is in Nancy, TELL.com. And that's how you hop on. Go to that on your computer or your phone and listen in tonight. We'd love to have you on there. And then, of course, tomorrow, you're going to want to listen in same time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And that's for our new UL Freedom call. That's NULFreedom.com. And that's a call that you can come take a look at the business and see if maybe this is something that you want to make your side hustle, your main hustle. Just help as many people as you possibly can, either financially or for their health. So we hope to see you all back on both those calls, and we'll be there for sure.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. Well, I want to leave you with a bit of good news. So, our Facebook page, Power Through Menopause, we are at 496 people. Ladies, amazing women. Who's going to be our number 500 for the big prize?
Oh,
Who-
absolutely. We're going to
who-
send out a great package for that one. So
yes, we are.
let's share that page, ladies, and get our 500th lady joining in. And we're just going to have a great time for sure.
And I want to also let you know next week, same place, same time, we have a special guest. This woman is, she's a nutrition coach. She's a hug dealer. She's a rock star mom. She's a chef. She's a wedding officiant. Miss Jacqueline Rodriguez. She will be joining us next Monday. You know what? And she's just beginning menopause. And she was very, very excited. And our topic next week will be life-changing times and menopause. So,
Awesome.
you know what? Same place, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mondays, every Monday, 3 p.m.?
3 p.m. Pacific.
I look forward to seeing everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. And I hope everybody has an amazing evening. Take care, everyone.
Great week.
Thanks a lot.